Welcome back to B for Crypto, and yes guys, this video is going to be very important. Are we going to see that Bitcoin will pump from these regions? Because at the moment Bitcoin is holding quite strong in the level of 21,000 US dollars. So could we expect a massive pump all the way to our trend line? Or could we even expect that Bitcoin dumps all the way to zero? Yes, you heard me right. Bitcoin is officially going to zero. According to the CEO of JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, we're going to look at this interview because he says crypto is a decentralized Ponzi scheme and it's going to zero. Bitcoin itself is a hyped up fraud. Guys, we're going to look at the Ponzi schemes and the company that Jamie Dimon runs. So guys, make sure to watch the video until the end. But guys, we're also having some positive news and we're going to look at all of these data. So guys, make sure to watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe, and make sure to activate the bell so that you always get notified when I upload a new video. So guys, we're going to go over to the weekly chart to first find out what is Bitcoin doing at the moment. And on the weekly chart, yes, we could see we reached a high of round about the levels of 21,600 US dollar for Bitcoin, and then we saw this correction towards the downside and we came all the way back down to the levels of 20,400 US dollars. But at the moment we can see that Bitcoin got a bounce in these regions. But in the overall perspective on the weekly chart, this looks quite bullish. Guys, we could expect a further move from here until we are going to see a consolidation. But we're going to go on the daily chart to really find out what are our important levels and what are our price targets that we could reach in the immediate short term. So guys, on the daily chart we can see that yes, we saw this massive pump, but at the moment we are consolidating in this range that we have formed round about the levels of 21,600 US dollars and all the way down to the levels of 20,450. So at the moment we are consolidating and holding quite strong in this area. But guys, we can also see that this CME gap is still at these levels, and the 13 EMA on the daily chart is also exactly where we have our CME gap. But guys, maybe we're going to see one final push up towards this trend line and then consolidate in these regions, because then our 13 EMA would move all the way up to these regions. So we could retest the 13 EMA in these regions and then break out even higher. But guys, overall it is quite bullish for Bitcoin that we are holding this level quite strong. But guys, let's go on the 4-hour chart before we're going to look at the news and the interview of JP Morgan that Bitcoin is officially going to zero. We could see that Bitcoin was consolidating in this range and then we took this trade exactly here, but we got stopped out from this massive dump towards the downside. But guys, I'm always trading on 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio, and that means if we are losing 2 trades and winning 1 trade, we're still in a profit. So guys, if you want to trade all these moves, make sure to be in my free Telegram group and sign up with my BITGET link to receive a massive deposit bonus of 5,000 US dollars. But guys, on the 4-hour chart we can see that yes, we have this resistance round about the levels of 21,400 US dollars, where we saw a lot of wicks towards the upside. And guys, at the moment we can see that Bitcoin is really like moving sideways. But guys, we thought that we're going to take this trade all the way up because it looked quite bullish for Bitcoin. We had higher lows, but guys, this is how trading works, and now we have to reevaluate the situation. And at the moment this area is a no trade area for me until we're going to see the price movement come all the way back up to this resistance, and then we're going to see a correction, and with the next bullish momentum we're going to open the next trade on Bitcoin. So guys, make sure to be in my free Telegram group. But guys, at the moment we can see that Bitcoin is over the 13 EMA and we came really close towards the 100 moving average. So this would be good for Bitcoin that we're going to test the 100 moving average on the 4-hour chart. But guys, if we're going to see the price move up in these regions and we're going to see a consolidation, we could expect that the 100 moving average will come all the way up to the level of 21,000 US dollars. So we could have the retest of the 100 moving average on the 4-hour chart in these regions. But guys, at the moment I really don't want to trade this move up because we first have to form a higher high for Bitcoin and ultimately come all the way up to this range and have some bullish momentum so that we can trade this move up to the level of 22,400 US dollars and all the way up to our next price target, the 25,000 US dollar level. Because guys, if we're going to break this trend line towards the upside, we should come all the way up to the level of 25,000 US dollars. So it looks quite bullish for Bitcoin, and we should expect that Bitcoin can come all the way up to this trend line and that we can break this trend line towards the upside. Because guys, yes, we're going to look at some news articles that are quite bullish, but first we're going to go over to the interview of Jamie Dimon. So guys, over on Twitter, Bitcoin itself is a hyped up fraud, says JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon. So guys, let's listen what he has to say.
What we were talking about, we pretty much always have some crypto conversation with you. I'm just curious, because I don't think we've talked to you since...
I think all that's been a waste of time, and why you guys waste any breath on it is totally beyond me.
Because you just think the whole thing just is
going to zero?
Going to zero and it's fake?
Bitcoin itself is a hyped up fraud. It's a pet rock.
You're back to that?
Yeah,
really?
Of course, yeah.
So what do you make then of BlackRock and other firms that are investing in infrastructure?
No, that's different. Blockchain is a technology ledger system that we use to move information.
Guys, listen to what he says, that we use. He doesn't want you to buy Bitcoin, he wants you to sell Bitcoin so that JP Morgan and he can buy up all your Bitcoins. Because guys, it's very clear. Let's look at this news article. Because guys, look at this. JP Morgan sees significant upside to Bitcoin, replaces real estate with crypto as preferred alternative asset. So what is he saying, guys? He's saying that you should stay out of Bitcoin, that they can use it. And maybe JP Morgan is the biggest centralized Ponzi scheme. Why? I'm going to tell you exactly now. But first, let's listen to this part.
And I called it a decentralized Ponzi scheme. The hype around this thing has been extraordinary.
The underlying asset.
But you have a lot of clients who are involved.
You guys you've all seen the analysis on Tether and the analysis on all these things and the lack of disclosures, and it's outrageous. The regulators should have stopped this a long time ago.
Regulation should have stopped Bitcoin long ago? Wait, let's look at this news article. JP Morgan Chase agrees to pay $920 million in connection with schemes to defraud precious metal and US Treasury markets. Guys, they have been manipulating the gold and silver price for a very long time, and they are pricing it in. Why? Because they are taking these penalties in consideration so that you are going to lose billions, and they are defrauding, and they are the biggest centralized Ponzi scheme. But this is how the governments work. But he's telling you to sell Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is going to zero because he can load up. Guys, don't get fooled by the governments and these major CEOs trying to control the world. We're going to look at the positive news of Bitcoin, and first we're going to go over to this news article. Yes, long-term holder cost basis. Yes, we could see some friction at the long-term holding cost basis, where hodlers who held through all the volatility and refused to sell at a loss over 6 months take some money off their cost basis. And yes guys, it's obvious, some people will take profits in these regions because maybe they have bought in these regions and now they want to have some profits, or maybe they want to use the money that they have invested. But guys, investing long term should be your first priority, and dollar cost average into Bitcoin, because yes, we can see on this charts that Bitcoin is holding strong and that we're not seeing some massive sell-offs from the biggest whales. And why? We can see in this news article, Bitcoin whales show confidence in the last rally as they refuse to sell, on-chain data reveals. Despite the rally in Bitcoin that has seen price jumps around 27% since the start of the year, on-chain data suggests that Bitcoin whales are not using the pump as an opportunity to sell their holdings. And that is quite bullish, guys. And we can see that the majority of the Bitcoin addresses, small or even the large holdings, they are accumulating at the moment. So guys, dollar cost average into Bitcoin, this will be the best opportunity in your lifetime. And guys, by the way, if you're interested in crypto clothing, go over to cryptoclothing.com over on Instagram, and they'll also be launching their website very soon. So guys, let's go back to the charts, because yes guys, at the moment we are getting this move towards the upside and we're over the 13 EMA. So guys, if we're going to close this 4-hour candle over the 13 EMA, that is going to be very bullish for Bitcoin. But guys, if we're going to see this positive move in these regions and we're going to see a retest and we're going to coil up bullish, we're going to open the next trade. So guys, make sure to sign up with my BITGET link, where you receive a massive deposit bonus of up to $5,000, and make sure to be in my free Telegram group. Guys, I thank you all for watching this video, and make sure to smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly, activate the bell so that you always get notified when I upload a new video. So guys, make sure to be for crypto, and we see each other in the next video.